Hi, I'm Raven, and today we are back to Horizon Zero Dawn. As you can see, I stopped trying to beat that deathbringer, and I went away because I wanted to do some side quests so that I could have more experience. In fact, if you see in the corner on the top right, you can see that we now have 20 points of experience. But I also decided to play at a different difficulty, which is story difficulty, because I tried over and over to beat Deathbringer on normal mode, but I couldn't, and it was frustrating. So I decided not to play normal anymore. I know that it won't be a challenge anymore, but I was sincerely losing my patience against it, and I'm actually running out of time because I need to have this series done before February 18, because on February 18 Forbidden West comes out, and I want to play it with you and show it to you. So we need to be finished, to be done with this for that day. And the easiest way to do it efficiently is to
A quick way down.
play Horizon Zero Dawn on a different difficulty. I'm sorry, I slept less than I would have liked, but I couldn't fall asleep. So yeah, I'm dumber than usual. Forgive me. So much so, okay, that way. As you can see, I couldn't even understand where I'm supposed to go. Oh my god, okay, no. So yeah, basically we're playing on story or history, I don't know how. I suppose it's story difficulty, so that we can be done efficiently before before Forbidden West comes out. I'm sorry, I'll say so many dumb things probably, and they will very likely be also grammatically incorrect. I'm sorry. I usually need at least an hour or two after I woke up to, you know, turn into a somewhat functioning person, but since it's literally, oh my god, between me and the time I have, more like I don't have, I can't I can wake up properly before I record, so I'm sorry about that. And I'm also sorry about this, about nothing. Okay, we're here. We should be pretty good now. I mean, we have healing potions, we have our medicines, our medicine pouch full, and I also bought not different bows, as you can see. It's still the hunter bow, sharpshot bow and war bow, but they are shadow bows and they're stronger. They have more arrow options, and I also upgraded the arrow packs so that I think we should have the maximum capacity of every kind of arrow right now. So we should be good. Weapon wisely speaking. Let's skip the
And this one can move.
the cutscene. We already know how it's like. I want to... Okay. Oh my god, no. I have to go away. I want to get the best... the best outfit. And I'll do it, probably. I mean, I already have 3 out of 4 power cells, so why shouldn't I? But I will not show you since it's, you know, a side quest, in fact, as I said. So that we can have the best weapons and the best armor. Because these weapons are purple in color, which means that they should be the best ones possible. Wisely. And I know for sure that there's the strongest armor, let's call it armor, in the game, which is, you know, the one I want to pick. So we're gonna be the strongest Aloy possible once we get that outfit. So we should be good now. Yeah. Okay. I'm using these arrows, Pure Blast, because as you can see, we can make the parts of the machine like disconnect from the machine itself, which weakens the machine terribly. Supposedly, it doesn't seem to make any kind of damage actually against this. But I know that shock, it's a weakness, so let's use shock arrows. Okay. And let's switch to these. They should be... Oh, perfect, yes. Okay. These arrows, the precision arrows, are my absolute favorite. I always have them equipped. Or equipped, I don't remember how you say it. But they're so my favorite that I sometimes shoot at animals with them, forgetting that I shouldn't waste them on animals. But so yeah, still I do that. Okay, it should be very easy now. I shouldn't lose my patience. So we should be good. Okay. Okay. Okay, perfect.
That did it.
I swear I lost because I actually did lose them. Sorry. Hours against this at normal difficulty. I somewhat got not angry, but nervous. Let's say it that way, nervous. And I don't want to feel nervous when I play, so... I mean, if it happens, it happens. But if I do have a way to not feel nervous about the difficulty I find in a game, why should I force myself to, you know, get angry, if we can say angry, at it. The only kind of game that doesn't make me angry, and I do not know why. I swear, guys, I don't know how my brain works. From this perspective, are From Software Souls games. And I know that it's a very difficult, hard, and frustrating kind of game, especially those are From Software. But when I play a From Software game, I am chill. I can die many times against the boss, but I do not lose my patience. Never happened so far. Never. And I started playing Souls games in 2020, so it's a whole year, a whole full year, and it's gonna be 2 now that Elden Ring comes out. And if From Software releases new games, then I'll buy it. I'll buy them. So I'm sorry. Every other game makes me angry. Actually can make me angry or somewhat nervous. Souls games are my safe haven. I don't know why. It's weird, I know, but that's the truth. So let's activate the holo projector.
Thank you, Dr. Sobek. You can take a seat.
What? You're going to thank her after what she just said?
Dr. Sobek has made the situation very clear, General, and given us an option. We should all be thanking her.
No, it's just... I mean, my God.
Maybe take this discussion offline.
There's not going to be any discussion. You saw the numbers. Now, Pharaoh, he'll foot the bill, but his money can't buy the time necessary to complete Zero Dawn. That can only be paid for in blood.
Oh, come on. If we upgrade our fleet, crack the code somehow...
Were you not listening? Robots can't do the fighting for you this time. When it comes to hacking, this rogue swarm is an apex predator. Anything automated you throw at it, they will hijack and take over.
But this... We'd be throwing civilians into a meat grinder.
Commanders, the enemy we're facing self-replicates faster than we can kill it. And it eats biomass as fuel. Zero Dawn is all we've got.
So we put a railgun in the hand of every civilian strong enough to carry one, show them where the trigger is, and point them to the front? How the hell do we sell that?
By giving them something to fight for. Zero Dawn. The top-secret super weapons program that will save us. So long as humanity holds off the swarm long enough for Dr. Sobek and her team to finish it. The file I'm sending contains the war plan for Operation Enduring Victory.
War plan? This is a war crime.
It may be ugly, but it's something. Consider the alternative. Dr. Sobek, I've secured use of a decommissioned orbital launch base outside Bryce, Utah as the Zero Dawn staging area. Plenty of space there. When can you get started?
I've already mailed you a list of alpha and beta candidates. Most are foreign nationals or subjects of corporate holdings, so extracting them...
Leave that to me. You'll get your dream team. Count on it.
Then I'll be off. Orbital launch base. What is that? What did these people do? What did
I
Elizabeth
was stuck. Orbit launch base, it does make sense. I mean, they don't have shuttles and stuff, so I understand why Aloy is confused. So, Horizon Zero Dawn was the plan, but they needed time, apparently. I mean, it makes sense that needed time to finish it.
Glad to be rid of that place. Now I just need to find the orbital launch base they talked about.
I've checked my data and located the base. That's the good news.
And the bad?
It's directly underneath the Citadel. The palace at Sunfall.
The capital of the Shadow Carja. Not exactly convenient.
The palace is crawling with Eclipse agents. Many in positions of authority, all of them wearing focuses. The moment they see you, Hades will too. He'll issue another kill order, and this time, the entire Shadow Carja military will be after you.
So, disable their focuses. You've done it before.
It's not that simple. Too many focuses in one place, each of them communicating with each other and back to Hades, a whole network of them.
Network? What's that?
Imagine a
Makes
vast,
sense, she doesn't
invisible
know.
web stretched across the land from end to end, connecting focuses together, allowing them to communicate over vast distances instantaneously.
Alright, so is there some way to cut the web down?
Crash the network. Audacious. Yes.
Well,
There is a
we are
way.
braves after all.
Weak point in the network.
Point the way.
I'll send the location data to your focus. Head there, and I'll be in touch when you're close with more directions.
What was Zero Dawn?
Okay, I guess we get to do this
How
now.
am I
Yeah,
gonna get down from here?
I'm sorry, I'm done.
This should be quite the ride.
I find enjoyment in weird little stuff. In weird little things. So, okay.
I'd
we're
do that
done.
again if it weren't so much work to get back up there.
Mood. It's fun going down, but having to go back up? No. So, I guess we'll be back when we're there. Okay, we're here. And while I was arriving, while I was getting here, I realized that while I was doing side quests,
Did you get that silence?
I accidentally
Pretty name you got there.
also did one of the main quests, which is talking to the war chief Sona.
Listen to the campfire
So
address.
I went to Sona and helped her and her
Fire to keep me company.
soldiers out. We went to
Long way to come just for
one of the cultist camps, and I found out that they are called the Eclipse. So yes, that's what you missed. I didn't want to pick it up, but it happened, and
How
I
nice of you to finally drop by.
went
Our
with it.
purpose this night is to crash the focus network.
Yeah, tell me the part I don't know. How?
For starters, you'll need to infiltrate the Eclipse's main base.
Wait, what?
That's right. Fortunately for you, I brought you round to the back way. It's right through that crevice. Once you reach the base, you'll see the objective. A derelict tall neck that's been extensively modified. Climb the tall neck. Grafted into the top of its disk, you'll find a module of sorts. Destroy that, and the focus network will crash.
So you were part of the Eclipse.
I've never been part of anything. I serve my own interests, always. But it is the case that I assisted the Eclipse before I sensed the threat they might become. It was a mistake that I'm doing what I can to correct.
What sort of assistance did you give them?
Head through that crevice, Aloy. You have more important things to do than ask questions.
Gonna be tight.
So we're infiltrating the Eclipse base,
Corrupted machines.
and there are many
Like soldiers.
corrupted machines. So
More yet to come.
fortunately,
You'll have to get
since
past
we
them.
don't have a real challenge anymore,
The back way.
because of me not having the time to play it as a challenge, it's not gonna be hard.
This won't go quietly.
So it won't take too much. actually use the spear if we want. Can't penetrate it if you say it like that with a machine. Perfect.
Keep quiet now.
Here. You kiddies. Oh my god, I want a cat. I'm sorry, I know it doesn't... It's not important information, but I still want... I mean, Watchers are so weak as machines. They almost could serve as pets. And in fact, if I remember correctly, when the community asked for a release for a sequel, the people actually suggested that since we can corrupt machines in Horizon Zero Dawn so that they can work alongside us, maybe Guerrilla could have, you know, done something like, oh, Aloy has a pet machine and it's a Watcher, because it makes sense. It does make sense. It's also nice to see. I remember having found a fan art of Aloy with a Watcher pet on her side, so yeah, very cute. It was pretty much like having a dog, I suppose. So yeah, that's why I said I want a cat. My brain finds weird connections between stuff that apparently do not have any kind of link. And right now is trying to understand where it's supposed to go. Because I can't understand. Aloy, please. Thank you. Here? Yeah.
Explosions in the
Okay.
distance.
Pay that no mind. Doesn't concern you.
It's cold. I'm sorry. I could turn on the heater, but there's really no use. I mean, I would need to have it on the whole day, and obviously I can't do that, so maybe I'll turn it on later. I'm sorry, I was picking stuff. That's very rude of you to interrupt. Okay, thank you. All things we're gonna sell. Almost everything. Or maybe not, because maybe now we need these resources. I don't know. I guess so. Maybe. Well, if we do have too many things in our inventory, we're gonna sell them. But
The tall neck's just
who
over
the
this
fuck?
way. You'll see it when you reach the top.
Oh,
Now be ready to act fast. You need to get in and get it done before they raise an alarm. Here we go.
You getting this? I see the legs of a tall neck down there, but no tall neck.
Damn. The transmitter's been moved. Check down the ravine to the left. Only place it could be.
So much for your insider knowledge. Toward the explosions. Great.
You got exactly one shot at this, Aloy, so spare the sarcasm and make it count. You see that bridge over the ravine?
Yep.
Memorize its location. There's a rappel point on the side. That'll be your way out.
And these troopers?
Avoid them or kill them, your choice. The blasting should cover any noise you make. Find the tall neck and destroy the module on top.
Here we go.
Been weeks since Helis was around. What's he been up to?
The blasting should cover every sound we make, but since I had my volume turned almost all the way down, I don't hear any blastings. So yeah, funny. I mean, you guys can see it, fortunately, and that's the whole point of me playing with almost no audio. Something I can do on Horizon Zero Dawn because I already know the game and how it goes on. But if I don't find any other solution before
Ready up ahead?
Horizon Forbidden West comes out, then it's gonna be problematic because I would want to listen to the game, you know, when I play, but if I can do that without compromising the final product that I will have to edit afterwards, then I will play with almost no audio.
This armor. There's only one man big enough to wear this. Helis.
What? Oh, okay,
Guess this is
wait.
shelter. Not exactly fancy.
What would you expect of a fanatic? Every
morning,
extravagance is
I
his
wake up to
brutality.
the same nightmare.
So you know him.
The same
Just enough to want to stop him.
reality. Holy Meridian in the hands of profligates. Debased. The spire, towering above the horizon like a glittering spike through the center of my mind. Every daybreak in exile is a mark of failure. But the count of days runs thin. I will see Meridian retaken. The profligates slaughtered. A true king restored to the Mesa throne. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. So long as King Itamen languishes at Sunfall, coddled by his mother, he will never learn the true lessons of the sun. I have tried to instruct him, but the shadow of his mother's influence is upon him. I took him to the palace balcony to behold an offering of sacrifice in the ring, but he showed no thirst for it. He averted his gaze. Look to the sun, I told him. Do not shield your eyes. In all things, it is absolute. One day, it nurtures life, and the next, scorches life away. It burns the skin of champions and wretches alike. Never does the sun show pity. That is the example a Sun King must follow. The example of your father. But before my instruction could take hold, she was there, clutching him to her robes, burying his face against her breast. How is a king to rule when he cannot even see?
So this Helis commands the cultists and wants the king, apparently a child, to see the same things he sees. But apparently the mother doesn't want him to be influenced by this Helis.
King of the Carjas Sundom was murdered, cut down by cowards who mistook firm rule for madness. Ever the strong are beset upon by the weak. So he said, as the traitors launched their assault, as their cannons forged by Oseram filth toppled the battlements and burst the gates. I would have fought to the end. But it was his will, the will of the sun, that I lead the prince and queen into the west, to safety. My lord did not hesitate. He saw his fate. He looked into the sun
joined others to gather the strength to take back our home. But our strength only faded until the buried shadow was brought to light.
A mural of Meridian and the spire.
Holy Meridian. That's how he sees it. And his destiny is to win it back.
When I first set eyes on the buried shadow, I trembled. Was I not the chosen of the sun? A blazing light of faith to shred and scatter darkness? Was it not my place to destroy this devil? But High Priest Bahavas instructed me in the prophecy and set right my frame of mind. The murder of the true Sun King broke the cosmic cycle short of completion. The whole world cast into darkness, doomed. To resume and turn the wheel of time would require more than sun and faith. All forces must combine, all halves of nature join to one cause. Shadow to sun, night to day. Even a buried shadow wants the wheel to turn, for without a sun in the sky, there can be no shadow. Never does the sun show pity. And yet, when my wife died in birthing, and in dying ended the life of my child unborn, I pitied myself. My lord sensed this, but instead of casting me down for weakness, he cast upon me a radiant beam of honor. He ordered my kin buried in the sacred caves reserved for royals and heroes. Unimaginable. Never again would I doubt that I am the chosen of the sun. Never again would pity find a place in me, not for myself or another. When sleep refuses to come, I think of our wedding night. How you welcomed me to the marital bed. How after, when you fell asleep, I lay there watching your delicate face. For all its beauty, I detested it.
It gives him a focus that you seem to lack. Now how about
Rage
finding
swelled
that
up inside me.
Would not have been
I
easy to
abhorred
guide
that
the
bed.
Tolmec down this path.
How its softness threatened to swallow us up.
Just find it and get
And
to the
that
top.
room, the stench
Destroy
of
the
incense,
module,
the
and
fine
then get out
embroidery
fast
that
as you
drapes,
can.
all of it.
Sure is a lot of blasting up there. Sounds busy.
I slipped from the bed,
Busy enough not to
threw open
notice
the
you,
casement,
let's hope.
and lay
I see
naked
it.
on the stone floor,
They built some kind
determined
of
to spurn all
structure.
seductions of comfort.
Climb it. The sooner this is done, the better.
But when I woke the next
I
morning,
like this. Feels
you lay beside
wrong.
me, naked
Everything
as I
here
in
is
the cold.
wrong. Just get to the module and destroy it.
Your body, stretched beside mine, seemed chiseled from stone. I saw you wake, instantly alert, like an animal ready to strike. You said nothing.
I see the module.
Good. Now be quick.
This is Hades?
Aloy, this is not the time.
It's a metal devil.
Open the module's casing, now. Aloy, do as I say or all is lost.
Entity has come here. Entity miscalculated. Entity cannot destroy me. I am beyond its reach.
Maybe you are. But this isn't!
Destroy the entity.
all the years of training she did with Rust for the proving. Very worth it and very useful.
What do you think I'm doing?
Also,
Taking a nap?
imagine the finger grip she has to stay balanced with a single hand like that, while the whole world around her is trying to kill her.
Kidding me? Almost
Wow.
there. Are you kidding me?
Don't fight, run.
Yeah, I never thought about fighting actually, Silence. I mean, I know me personally, I'm dumb, but not that dumb to lose
Almost out of it.
precious time fighting
The whole base is on high alert.
when I can
Yeah,
and
I
have to
noticed.
run as fast as I can.
Watch out, there's more ahead.
Okay.
Bridge in sight.
We would have died so many times here if I didn't play at story difficulty.
Rough going, but you survived.
You knew Hades was there and you sent me to him?
I won't deny I risked your life, but it was the only way. Now, with the focus network down, we can both get what we want. Access to the secrets of Zero Dawn.
I'm past trusting you with secrets.
Good. That means you're wising up. Trust is for fools. It shifts and crumbles like sand. A poor foundation for any partnership. But mutual self-interest. Now that is a solid bedrock upon which you and I might build the new signs of understanding. We both need answers, Aloy. And thanks to you, we're on the verge of grasping them. It's unfold. We'll speak again.
You miserable. Damn him. If I could toss this focus and be rid of you, Silence, I would. But we both know I need it. Sunfall it is. And Zero Dawn.
Well, Silence is somewhat correct. I mean, it is true that it's better not to trust people than to trust them. But it's also true that what are we without trust? I mean, we supposedly do need to have someone we can trust. Friendship is based on trust. Romantic relationships ideally are based on mutual trust and respect. So if there's no trust, there's no human interaction. So this is it for today. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you do not lose any of my content. Bye bye!